So in this video, we're going to talk about setting realistic goals because as a new member, you are very eager to do things very fast. So don't do things really fast when people are taking a little bit longer to finish tasks. It's very common as a new kid on the block. You tend to do things really fast and you want more, and that's understandable. But the team won't like it, and you need to see the body language from your team members that you're not Speedy Gonzalez and you're just doing too fast, trying to be the best. You don't need to do that because that's just going to create more problems for you down the line. Do within the reasonable team that reasonable timelines. You don't want to come across somebody who says, this guy is making us feel as if we're not delivering or we are taking too long when he's able to do same thing in such a short time. So you don't want to give that impression where the team starts disliking you and then you have to justify and then come down, slow down, and then try to mingle. And as I was taking in the previous video about relationship, so won't have a good relationship if you don't follow the team dynamics, how they do things. So it's important to understand that. How do they work? Are they as eager as I am doing things so fast? Are they really, really slow? Can I be different? You can be different, but you just have to make sure that you're not extremely different, but you take steps to show them as well that we can do things better. So try to understand the team dynamics, how they work, and try to work within that time zone or in that time try to work in that kind of frame where they are working in a reasonable speed, and you can hear them how they speak in terms of timelines and how they do things. So try to understand that and try to work within that same kind of framework. And the other thing is that when you set goals for the team, you don't want to say, yeah, the team can do that. Say you're a project manager and they say, oh, could you deliver this? Could you do this? Could you do this? And you say, yep, I think they can. I'm sure they can. They look very eager. And you don't want to shortchange your team. And you don't want to take on too much that they're going to be upset about that. So you want to make sure that you take on what the team is able to do. So you can say, I'll write it down, I'll capture what you're saying, but I'll need to go back to my team and understand if it's possible to deliver in the time frame and the cost that you have indicated. And you're always going to be going back to team and asking their opinion before you commit them to something. So you don't want to do that. You want to work with the team because that's your day-to-day working relationship, not the people who are giving you what they want, because they're going to give it to you and then they're going to disappear. But it is the team that you're working day on day, and you want to make sure that they are happy to work with you, not upset that you have give them such an aggressive timeline which are not possible to meet. And that's how you really get that kind of team that relationship starts drifting because you are not understanding the team dynamic. So setting realistic goals for yourself and for the team, the project you're working on, is important. And the way you do that is that you don't say no to anybody. You just say, I'll capture this and I'll get back to you after talking to my team. So you want to make sure you keep saying that and not commit the team on their behalf by you just saying, yes, we can, because you have no clue if it's possible or not. Something that looks so simple, like adding an email to a screen, will be so much effort when the team understands, which has to think of the backend systems and how the handshakes are done. So something that looks very easy for an average person would be more detailed and difficult when you actually start asking the designer, the developer, and the tester. So you want to make sure that you don't set unrealistic goals for your team. The other thing is, you want to take big things that are, say, for example, we need to put is a screen that does 1, 2, 3. It may look overwhelming, task looks complicated. You have to have the skills to break it down into small chunks, which are easy to manage. So in the Scrum world, you put an epic, you put a story, and then you put a subtask, and you assign these subtasks to different people. But when the whole subtasks are finished, the story is also finished, and the feature is also finished as part of the epic. So you want to break down these complicated kind of mountains into small chunks so the team doesn't get overwhelmed, and they do this confidently, piece at a time, which will come together like a Lego and make the whole overall picture. If you say we're going to build the mountain it looks very kind of overwhelming, and the team will lose interest and will lose the confidence that you're committing such a heavy kind of tasks to them, you don't want to do that. You want to give them the ability to break it down into small pieces and then take it step at a time. The thing is, whenever they do something good, small, or you don't have to wait for big milestone. You need to celebrate. I always say TNT, tiny, noticeable things. You need to celebrate small things. You don't need to wait for the big deployment before they can celebrate, cut the cake, and high five. You want to celebrate small things. For example, I'm happy to tell the team that we have managed to finish the testing, and we only have, 3 priority one defects. Everything else was successful. Thank you to all the team members. You send that email to the manager. You send the email to the director if you want, to showcase the team's success. Because at the end of it, it is you who are marketing the goodness of the team to the management, to the stakeholders, to the product owner. The team wouldn't go around and say, hey, we did this, we did that. It is you, if you happen to be a manager or a scrum master. And if you're in a manager role, you need to make sure that body language of individuals who may seem to be struggling, you need to identify those individuals. So just to summarize, you need to set the realistic goals. You need to celebrate small things as opposed to celebrating only large milestones. And you need to make sure you build that rapport with your team. So continuing on this series of videos, overcoming nervousness and gaining confidence on the new job, the next video I'll be talking about is seeking feedback, because without feedback, you really don't know how well you're doing, and you need to have that culture if it's not there, and have that environment where people can give you feedback, positive or negative. So keep watching. Until next time, take care.